Quite a bit, yeah. Okay, we're live.
Okay.
Howdy.
Good morning. I'm glad you made it back safely.
Did I? We're safe or unsafe over here?
You blew out the airplane before you got home, but what can I say?
No, I didn't blow out the airplane. I blew out the airport terminal restroom, that's for sure.
Oh, dear.
Man. Yeah, it was almost to the point
Hey, Todd.
of
Jake.
I was almost to the point on the way home of like I might have to dig out a pair of underwear out the suitcase. Let's see, we got the Queen City Picker in the chat. Morning, Jabez. Figuring out how to swap categories to ensure certain items qualify for eBay standard envelope shipping. Okay. Yeah, you need to do that if you're going to use it. No, didn't do it on the plane. Morning, Ping. Morning, Ryan. Ping, you're a liar, you know it? Yesterday she saw clips of me in YouTube videos from the weekend, and she said I was handsome, and I'm like, you liar. Morning, Ryan. Yeah, man, that was a big time. It was so great I didn't learn much about how to be a better reseller, but boy, it was worth the trip just getting to meet and talk to all the different people.
Yeah, face to face.
Yeah. Ping, no, I never lie. I know. Thank you, Ping.
Run, I did catch something on the plane coming back.
Uh-oh. Man, I was starting to lose my voice at the meetup because I was talking too much. Yeah. A lot of people know me better too, so there's that. I wonder if viewership of our morning shows will increase because we were there and we talked about it a little bit.
I doubt mine will, but yours probably will.
Why would you think that?
Because you're more because you're a bigger seller than I am, and people know you.
People know you too.
Is Chastity in here?
Yep.
Good morning, Chastity, girlfriend. I got to meet Chastity over the weekend. So did Todrick.
That's right. She's a little ray of sunshine, isn't she? She's sweet.
She is. Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm. She is just happy.
She's
No,
the
I'm just kidding. It was great
sweetest
to meet
gal.
you.
She said, "Hold on, I'm on a work call." So we got all these stickers in the swag bag.
Yeah.
Dun, dun. Bearded Finds. There's another bearded wonder.
He's from North Carolina?
Bearded Finds? I don't know where he's from.
Well, the sticker looked like it was shaped like North Carolina.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, because see, I'm right. I'm right below D.
Okay.
On the edge.
Dun, dun. Let's see. I didn't even know about this podcast. I got a fingernail file from Consignment Chats.
Yeah, Roberta. I gave that to Roberta.
Happy Picker, Grumpy Picker.
Cool.
Seat open with Dan in demand.
What did Chastity?
I don't think
Todd-
I ever saw Dan.
Scott gave me one of his stickers stuck to a pair of panties. I think Chris the Goose took them home with him.
Dang old
Good morning, Major Win.
Ken was a hoot.
Ken.
You know Ken?
Yeah.
I forget his last name.
It was good
Joy
meeting
Picker.
everybody out there. Kimmy and I have been talking for years through the YouTubes and finally getting to meet her. So now I've met Patty, and I've met Valerie, and I have met Todrick now, and Scott, and Jake, and Chastity, and Sue. Other people that I, usually talk to online. Is Rocket City, is he from Huntsville?
I don't know.
Or is he from Houston? In Houston, NASA's got a place in Houston too, right? I was just doing it to mess with lag this morning, Jabus.
So yeah.
No, you weren't there.
Comments. This is one of Kevin's things.
Yes, Harlan and Glenn.
Then we got a
And
lapel pin.
Yeah. I got two. I ended up with two of those somehow.
Huh.
Yes. Harlan and Marcia and Glenn.
American Bubble Boy was there somewhere. I don't think I ever talked to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, all those stickers are in the swag bags. Man. The only thing I regret about Nashville was not getting to chat with everyone.
Yeah.
There were just so many there. If you spent 10 minutes with each person, we would still be doing it,
Lots of fun. Wish y'all were there, Jim and Tara.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, paying out threw all those away, so.
That's a big old eBay bag that was in the swag.
Yeah.
It was a big one.
There was a roll of tape from Bubble Boy in there. There was a mug. I didn't understand what was that logo on that mug that we got.
I don't know what that mug was. Let me go get it, and we'll see if anybody knows.
Yeah,
have fun at the gym, Jake.
Looks like a grocery bag. Looks like a grocery bag with a. Was that one of the sponsors? Oh, there's stuff inside. I never looked inside the mug.
Know what that is?
Infatuated discount.
It looks like groceries in a bag.
Tony and Lysandra, that's what it is. Infatuated discounts. So it's another. That was. They spent some money to give everybody a mug.
Yeah.
I heard there was 150 swag bags.
See, that's what I. Is that Uber Eats?
No, I just told you what it was.
What was it? I didn't hear you say. I didn't have my headphones on, Todd.
Yes, you did.
Well, what the hell is it then? Say it again for old people.
Right here, infatuated discounts.
Oh. Okay.
There's some resellers. There are Tony and Lysandra. I love discounts.com.
Okay.
So there you go. Morning, Hank. Chavis, Chastity, anybody I didn't say hi to? Glenn, Ag. Anyway, yeah, we got lots of stories. Was it how this mean in real life? Yeah, it was. If we weren't giving each other a hard time, we wouldn't know what to do. Oh, man.
We had a good time, though. I did.
We went out garage selling Saturday. I thought, with this many resellers in town, I'm not gonna buy anything. But I bought a bunch of stuff.
If he would have had his truck out there, he would have bought a lot more stuff. Because all the concern was, you're flying. And Kim had to keep reminding Chris, how are you going to get that stuff back?
I know.
He didn't buy a whole lot, but he bought a good bit, Anissa.
I was shoving stuff at Glenn that I knew I wouldn't be able to fit in my suitcase, saying, Glenn, you need to buy this.
Well, you do that, Mr. Sadie, because I think I'm going to pull it down too and take it out to the pharmacy and get one printed too. Todd took a picture of me and Todd took a picture of himself and me together drinking Mr. Sadie's favorite beer. They just didn't have the little cans. We had to use bottles.
But I mean, here's a few of the things that I bought Saturday. Let's see. I bought this Next belt. It's brand new.
Damn, when did you buy that? Is that a regular belt?
Yeah, it was. The guy was a golfer, you could tell.
Right.
And there's an inscription on there from a fun tournament that the seller had been in. It says birdies, bogeys, and bones. So it was a barbecue cookout, and it's a very nice belt. It's called Next belt.
I'd have bought it from you if I'd have known you bought it.
That's about $35 belt. How much did he want? $1. Okay, I'll take it. There were deals like that all day long.
Thank you, Scott. Scott said they rode in the clown cart. It was just weird because Jake was driving. I was in the front seat. Glenn and Todd was in the back seat, and Kim and Chris were in the way back.
Well, Kim
So
didn't go garage selling.
that's right. It wasn't Kim. That's right, because that seat was vacant.
It's a good thing because we were buying stuff.
Yeah.
I bought this call blocker for, I think I got a cheaper deal than the $5 that he had on it, but that's worth good bucks.
One guy at one yard sale we stopped at, this guy said, I was wondering how many guys were going to get out of that little car.
I know.
And it was.
I know what it was. I got that call blocker and this Tom.
Yeah.
I paid $10 for both, so you could say I got the call blocker for free and I bought this for 10.
No, Mike, I didn't do that.
It's one of the Lifetime Maps ones.
I backed off the Ozempic while I was on the trip, before the trip.
And then I bought a whole bunch of jackets and sports shirts. So, you already missed it. I showed it.
Noah and Nissa, they left Charlie at home. He was having some quality time with his grandma. And I think she really needed it. She needed a little break. I hear a baby's cause you to lose a lot of sleep. Let's see. Did you buy any timepieces, Todd?
Let's see if I can find it. I bought a watch. I gave them such hell over that watch because we took the crew and at least two of the others we were with, you looked at it.
I looked at it.
And somebody else looked at it.
Chris looked at it and put it down.
And I went over there and picked it up. Hey, that's a Casio G-Shock. And minimum $50 bill. And I said, how much do you folks want for this little watch that isn't working? It probably needs a new battery. They said, oh, give me $1. And I got back to the car and I said, you guys just don't want money. You don't care if you make money or not. You're walking past $50 bills.
I'll admit that was stupid because I knew the brand. I just didn't know whether it was a good brand or not. And I was just too lazy to look it up.
Yeah. I bought this $60 tripod. And how much are the tripods? And I thought the guy said $3, but he had said $2, and Jake had heard $2, or was it Jake? I think so, yeah. And so I handed the guy $3, or tried to. And Jake said, I thought you said it was $2. He said, yeah, $2. So like, okay. So it's a real high quality aluminum camera tripod for $2, man. It's like, sweet. Man, it was just deal after deal after deal. And then, had I been home, man, I would have, and had a car to haul it home with, I would have loaded up, man. And Scott did that. Scott filled up, his Toyota.
Yeah, he got a bunch of free stuff, like an iron bench for your backyard type thing. All kinds of free stuff. Yeah, Jake he told me a lot about the Starbucks mugs and which ones are the good ones and which ones to be looking out for. Um, it was real interesting.
You're going to deliver a piece of art. So, yeah, it was fun. It was great meeting everybody.
I didn't buy anything to resell. I bought souvenirs. I did buy the um, ink pens or ink quills, whatever you want to call them. The when you use the India ink to write with, what do you call those quills? Are they just quills?
A fountain pen?
No, it was just a quill with the tip on it.
Phillips, honey.
Cool, Chastity.
If it isn't fake, yeah. Dun, dun. Cool, James. So, John, Flippin' Ain't Easy, was talking about when he's away for a trip, his sales always tank. They always go bad. And it takes a week to recover. Not me, man. During let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I sold $2,000 worth of crap to unsuspecting buyers. I had my biggest weekend of sales of the year. It's just crazy.
You know,
It is amazing for me.
it
See,
is.
look. Here, I'll just show you. Percent.
Scott and Harlan bought a lot of stuff for their auction. So they got a lot of good deals on big stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're going to take it to their auction and they're not going to have to sell, they're not going to have to ship it or anything like that.
So here you go. Look at my 31-day chart here. Can you see that?
Yep.
But this was, let's see, Saturday I sold 253. Friday wasn't all that great, just 150. But Saturday I sold good, and then Sunday almost $1,000. And then Monday I sold almost $600. I've already sold a couple of things this morning.
Cool. Ron, I was wondering what you were talking about because we don't have Killian's here. Glad you clarified that.
So anyway, morning, Tara, Jim.
Hey, so did you have a lot of fun there? Did you meet a lot?
Yeah, we did.
I did.
Saturday night was Party City. No, Friday night was.
Sounds wild. Did you go to
I was-
Antique Archaeology? I saw somebody had photos from there, and I thought they were already closed.
Somebody did, but I didn't.
Oh.
I think somebody said they are closing that store.
Yeah.
I saw it on Facebook. They were closing it.
Call from Lyle NC.
What are your thoughts about Colleen? Talk to Matt, and I think. As a seller, you're going to sell it, Colleen?
What's Colleen?
It's a local auction.
Oh, in Texas.
But they take consignments they charge 30% to consigners. which I guess is fairly standard. But I've sold a few things with them, not much. But I mean, if you got that type, if you buy stuff really cheap and you don't want to sell it on eBay, that's a good way to.
Well, if you get something really cheap and it's not, you know, and you're not going to worry about shipping it, you know, and all you're doing is just taking it from point A to point B and dropping it off. I mean, I think that would be some easy money.
No.
Dang, Paul. Sorry about
But
that.
it was fun. I saw the pictures you posted. Did you participate in that?
That's a Rolex. Like people from the Olympics are there and stuff.
Wow.
That was a cool video. That one.
Are we going to see you in the Olympics?
No, I don't jump anymore.
You could hang out with Princess Anne's daughter, didn't she?
Oh, well, you like royal stuff though. This is kind of cool. I call it the Rolex. It used to be the Rolex 3-day event. Now they call it like the Defender, you know, for Land Rover.
Right.
Anyway, they had the Queen that died, Queen Elizabeth. They had like 8 of her Land Rovers on display there from different like periods in time, like old ones to more modern ones.
Cool. That was cool. Did you have fun at the?
It's like a big. You can go watch a show. I went watch the. They had the. I went on Saturday, so the cross country on Saturday, and then at night they had the $400,000 Grand Prix. So I went and watched that. And they have like a lot of like booths with stuff for sale and that.
Right.
If you're into horses.
I'm not into horses.
Yeah, not that much. Eh?
But yes, like I had fun. Were you the large lady in the Hawaiian muumuu with the 2 little kids hanging onto her skirt tail leg?
Oh, leg showed up.
Well, don't know. I did. She was just kind of like looking like she was trying to run under the radar. So I thought that was. I figured that was
Did you guys go to
lag.
the flea market or just garage sales?
We went to garage sales.
We just did garage sales, but we did them from like 7 in the morning till noon. You know, no, it was afternoon.
Yeah.
So we had plenty of shopping. Plus, I didn't have any room left in my suitcase to bring stuff home. So,
Well, you could have bought another suitcase.
well, yeah,
He'd had to pay for another piece of luggage to, and you know Todd's not going to do that.
Another
I don't know,
40.
me and Jim did it one time coming back from Florida before we needed and computers before we were resellers. So he bought extra luggage when you go down to Orlando, they got the flea market, but it has a lot of new products, you know, like suitcases and stuff like that. Anyway, so he bought all these suitcases. He's packing home these samurai swords and computers in them.
Yeah, John, that's correct. He and Chris the Goose kept buying stuff, and I'm like, you know, guys, you're going to fly back. It might be cheaper for y'all to just cash in your tickets and get a rental car and drive back.
How much stuff did you buy, Tom?
I didn't buy much of nothing.
You didn't buy nothing. And you call yourself a reseller?
No, I was not.
How can you not buy anything? You gotta buy.
I bought stuff for the. I bought a change purse for Roberta that had Crazy Cat Lady on it, and I bought some anime figures for Sergey and Sasha.
Oh yeah.
And I bought some baby stuff for Oliver, and that's it.
So Yeah, I couldn't believe it. We were out garage sailing. Jake didn't buy. He bought 2 mugs, and Tom bought those little knickknacks. Chris only bought a few things. I was like, guys, you're walking past $100 bills. You're walking past $50 bills. They're just sitting there, and
Who's Chris?
they
Is
were
that
just
that Chris the Goose?
yeah.
Yeah. One
He's a great guy.
on the
He was
way
great.
over to our first stop, Jake was talking about Starbucks mugs. At the first yard sale we stopped at, I walked up to a table and there was I think it was Phoenix Starbucks coffee mug with the raised
Mm-hmm.
letters on it, or the raised features on it.
Yeah.
And I handed it to him. He said, "I'm gonna take you with me more," because it was kind of a fluke that first table I looked at, there it was.
Oh boy.
Ron, you know I wouldn't do that. I'm too cheap.
Todd, you could order some silver bars off for Timu and stick your labels to it, your
Oh,
business
yeah,
card to it.
yeah, there's that.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
So yeah, meeting all the folks was great. I was sitting there talking to Kevin, the Commonwealth picker. He was sitting on a metal bar stool, and Paul the Philly flipper came up behind him and picked up Kevin and the stool and was walking around with him.
So you guys didn't have like seminar stuff? Did y'all just meet up and like eat together or something?
We were in the same hotel.
Yeah, we had meetups. We had an arcade evening.
I saw pictures of that.
Did Jake buy that Phoenix mug? Yeah.
Bless you.
Yes, he bought it. I gave it to him to buy because I was not too impressed with Southwest, so I wasn't going to take anything back breakable. For those that on yesterday's show, for those that wasn't on yesterday's show, I got bumped and I ended up going to Baltimore before I went to Nashville.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
There was a family with 5 kids, and they thought they could hold the 2 baby or the 2 littlest ones in their lap, and I guess they didn't qualify for it because they made them buy a ticket. So we got bumped. Me and this lady.
Yeah.
So we went to Baltimore. Good morning, Baltimore.
So did you have a layover in Baltimore? Or did you get out of there pretty quick?
About 20 minutes.
Oh, that ain't bad.
No. Literally by the time I went from one gate to the other gate, they were boarding.
Yeah, that was just time for you to go take a pee and fill up your water bottle and get back on the next flight, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jim was flying home from, was it Milwaukee or Chicago, Jim? Well, anyway, I think it was Milwaukee. Back up to northern Wisconsin, and he gets on one of these like 20-seater planes, but he had been at the bar, and they had a deal where it was like
smoked, and I want to have a cigarette. And the only place you can smoke after security is the lounge. So I go in there.
This is a while back.
Well, I ain't driving for a while, till I get to the airport and drive from Rhinelander or Eagle River. I'm like, oh, a beer. So I'm like, I order a beer, and the guy goes, well, they're 2 for $1. I'm like, all right, I'll have 2. I didn't realize he gives me this like Magnum tall glass or whatever beer. It's like the endless glass of beer, and I got to drink 2 of them. Well, I got 2 of these big glasses of beer. I'm walking past the bathroom on my way to the airplane when it's going to take off. I'm like, oh, I should go. I'm like, I'll be all right. I'll just go on the plane. I get in the plane. We're up there about 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, yeah, this beer is really wanting to make a run for the border. So I'm like, I'm going to get up. I start to get up. I look towards the back of the plane. There's people seated all the way across the very back of the plane. I'm like, well, that's usually where you go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, my God. I lean over to the person next to me and go, is this plane got a restroom? They're like, no, but if it's an emergency, they got this pee thing you can pee in. I'm like, oh my God. So I held it. I want to tell you, by the time I got to Rhinelander, I thought that my eyeballs were going to pop
Was
out.
that one of those Masabas?
Yeah, it's one of those twin prop Masabas. And the thing, we're going over Lake Winnebago, and I want to tell you, when you got to go, Lake Winnebago is an endless body of water. It was like we were crossing it. A few times I actually thought
the person next to you started taking 2 cups and pouring water back and forth.
I'm like, can you imagine having to go in a funnel in a pee container thing
sitting next to people?
20-some people.
No, I'd rather put a diaper on them.
It was bad. I was ready to pee anywhere.
I got upgraded ping, which meant I got free Wi-Fi and I got a free drink.
I think that flight from Milwaukee to Rhinelander, Wisconsin, wasn't it only like an hour or 45 minutes? It's a pretty short. Yeah. Well, you got pee real bad for an hour. You're miserable.
You're on a plane, yeah, that's a long time.
Jim's in-flight movie was Waterworld.
Yeah, I don't think there wasn't. It wasn't a long enough flight.
Have you ever been in one of those things? It's like that one where they like you're not in first class, where they go and there's like chickens flying around, that airplane commercial where the people are using ropes for belts and stuff. It was like, I don't know if you remember that in the 70s. They had that airplane commercial where the person's like walking through first class. They're like, oh, this is nice. Then they get to the back of the plane where last class is, and I mean, there's like animals and stuff in there, and it's like Eastern Europe peasant people. And
you
stuff.
know what? It's probably like, remember that movie Alive where they crash in the Andes with that soccer team? Wasn't that one of those twin props? Something like that. Crash and it breaks in half.
One of those.
I think that was
scary as hell. They vibrate. If a goose farts, the whole plane's like about ready to go in a barrel roll. I mean, it's like they're very unstable. They're hell.
My mom flew in one.
Just drive to the airport. Don't take a or whatever the next city you got to be to that the Pearl Jumpers take you to. Just get a rent a car. Just drive.
Yeah, just.
I used to, when I was single ping, I always, they said we need somebody to give up their seat, I would always give up my seat because I flew a lot for free off of these being bumped.
So because you got bumped, did you get anything for that?
I got upgraded to business class, and which was a free drink and free Wi-Fi, and wasn't drinking, so I gave it to the guy that was sitting behind me.
Well, you are a businessman.
There's no difference. It's the same damn seats, and they have open seating. So
that's a good one, Mr. Zadie.
I'm just not a. Are they partners? Oh Lord. Well, I was assuming she was talking about partners, not as a business.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought too.
Oh God, love her. Tell her we love her, Mr. Sadie. But I had a good time, even though the crazy flight going, coming back was just direct flight.
When did you leave there? Sunday?
Yeah, I left at 10 o'clock Sunday morning.
That's true. I remember when Jim was still a smoker, and then we were at Orlando, and he went outside. The smoking area was like way outside somewhere, and him and the group of smokers all complained how they were being segregated and discriminated against.
Like second-class citizens.
Yeah,
discriminated against. I know my rights.
If you got Netflix, there is a show on now called The Residence, and it's referring to the White House. The presidential part of the White House. Watch it, because there's a maid in it that drinks all the time, and she keeps asking people, "Can I smoke in here?" And she's like in the blue room of the White House. "Can I smoke in here?" She was always wanting to smoke somewhere. Oh, Lord have mercy.
I think there's a closet vestibule off of the Oval Office where you can smoke cigars, but
So this is a group picture of
I saw that one on Facebook. I see you
the
way in the
folks
back, blended in.
the
I
folks
see
that went to the Sunday morning church service with Ray. Ray's right here. Ray did a super job putting on the reseller rally.
So how many
And
people you think came to it?
they were talking it was more than 200.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So, which was double what it was last year.
I saw that travel tumbler cup you got with that aficionado. Was that the word? No, that's a new horse.
This
I
one?
forgot it. Yeah. I see they're from Somerset, Kentucky because they got that little card inside of there.
Okay.
Well, yeah, John, the Nashville meetup is always in Nashville. Yeah.
Oh, there is
The
cards
name
in it.
gives it away.
Cool.
Yeah, I showed you that, Tom, about 30 minutes ago, but you weren't paying attention as usual.
No, I thought they gave you a card. I didn't know they were inside of it. I know I'm a ditz.
Tom owns the mug for 3 years and doesn't realize there's a card inside of it.
I sat here and opened it in front of you. Everybody else saw it, but
I
you.
probably was
He's in his
looking
own
at the
world.
chat.
Let it be. He's in his own world.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna tell you what now. If any of y'all got single daughters in Jake's age bracket, he would be a good catch for
If you have single
a
daughters,
son-in-law.
or single dollars.
Great guy, Jake. He drove us the whole weekend.
He did.
He picked me up at the airport and he had his mom with him. She is such a sweet lady. Well, went to eat twice at the same spot because it was so good.
Jake was probably glad to get me the hell out of the car with him because we'd be driving along, and all of a sudden I would grab the dashboard or slam on the brakes for him. Oh Lord! Or I'd say something. That's red.
Tom, you're just a puny wuss, man.
No,
I thought Jake's driving was fine. You were all
it was fine. He did a great job.
Grab that bar. Oh,
I just got 3 points not too long ago with driver's license. My nerves are. I'm a little gun shy, I guess it is.
Well, you sound like me when Brandon's driving and you grab the old Jesus bar. Oh Jesus!
I'm just glad I didn't ride with Scott because I've heard stories.
But Jake was a great driver. He did a good job. I think he had more fun playing with that car than he did doing anything else. Because we were driving, or he was driving, we were riding in Kim and Chris's rental, and it was a Mercedes SUV, fully electric.
Mm.
And it had all kinds of gadgets on it. It was a cool little car. Not for $100,000, but it's a cool little car. But
eventually I'll put out a video of the garage sailing. We had a big time.
Didn't you have one guy to tell you to turn off the camera?
Yeah. That guy was like, and he's got every right. We were at his garage, he was having his sale on a porch. We walked up the porch and he saw my camera on, strapped to my chest. He said, "Are you filming?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, we can't have filming at this property." I said, "Okay, I'll turn it off and erase it." But yeah, that's the first time I've ever been to a sale where somebody told me to turn my camera off.
Probably a lot of people don't even notice it that much.
Right.
And of course, it's like he's in the witness protection.
Yeah. So you imagine someone not wanting to show their face.
Yeah, John, I hear you need uh 2 Valium and a shot when you ride with Scott.
Yeah, it's part of my probation. But yeah, it was great meeting Scott. It was great meeting
Yeah.
Tom. It was great meeting Jake. It was great meeting everybody that was there.
Yeah. I was standing
That's
at I was
that's
standing at the
worth the
front.
prize, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, I paid for a large portion of the trip with all the crap I brought home to sell.
I was standing at the front desk of the hotel that we were staying in, checking in, and Scott comes sashaying down the hallway like he owns the damn place. Don't rent to that man.
I don't know if you're supposed to describe a man's walk as sashaying.
Well, Scott. Okay, strutting.
Okay.
So we were at what? Maybe
Confident walk.
the first yard sale we were at. I told the guy that was holding. I said, "Now listen, there's this bald, bearded redneck's going to come driving up here in a red Toyota minivan. Be careful. He'll try to talk you into deals that you don't want to make." And he said, "I'll remember that."
Tom, just say this guy looks like a lawn gnome without a pointy hat.
Like a what?
Like a lawn gnome.
Uh,
You know, like the cement gnomes in your front yard.
Stop it, kick your ass.
yeah, we went. Jake just took us to the swanky neighborhoods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
they were $500,000 homes. We
with
just one after the other.
and no yard sale signs. Probably the HOA don't allow them. Which I know how much Jim loves a good HOA. Good morning,
Oh
Cindy.
no, they're great. They suck the fun out of everything. They're like a emotional vampire. They just any happiness that you're gonna have, the HOA will suck it out of you. And every year you get new people. They have to come up with a new idea because they're new. So they come up with new rules and regulations to make your life miserable.
Down in Columbia, there's I know the guy. He's has 20 acres, and it's at the end of a road. And people bought the property between the state road and his house. So they came in there and busted it up into small lots because sewer and water was now available out there.
Yeah.
And they have an HOA, and they kept trying to get Chip to, well, you got to go by our compliance. And he's like, no, you don't. No, I don't. Well, we can cut you off. No, you can't.
Yeah.
It was, it got like wouldn't let him use the road that gets into the property.
Can't
The
have
guy was
these
a dumbass.
landlocked.
Oh, that's in Wisconsin. I don't know about.
Oh yeah. That's
No, well, you have to give somebody an easement. You can't landlock somebody. But this was a county road.
yeah.
So Tom and I took a picture together at the reseller rally, and here it is.
Oh, there you go.
I'm the one with the cane because Saturday I had to have my cane.
No hair, no teeth, and I just peed my pants.
I thought you were going to show Mr. Sadie's photo. Yeah, out in the county is a road, not a street. But it's they didn't like him taking his farm because they actually owned some more property down the road a ways. So he would just load his bush hog onto the back of his tractor or hook it up and go down, drive his tractor to the other piece of property. And they didn't like him driving that tractor down the road.
Mm.
It was
Morning, Glenn.
dangerous.
The country.
Good morning, Beth. I wish you had been there. Beth would have been a good time. She'd have been dancing on top of the tables.
It's funny.
Bunch of people said, "Where's Beth?"
Glenn.
Hey,
Tom,
Glenn.
you said bush hog. It's funny because that's how they say it down here. But because I'm from Wisconsin, we say it brush hog up there.
Well, bush hog was a brand out here. I don't know if it still is or not.
I don't know. We still pronounce it brush.
Yeah. Good morning, Glenn. Boy, Glenn's a wild one now. He acts a reserve on here. He was drinking beer and sticking $5 bills in people's shirts. I think I made $10 that night.
Oh boy! Did you go clubbing? Did you go to any of the bars in there?
We might as well have been at a club Friday night.
Mm.
Saturday night we went to a game store, arcade
or whatever.
They had all these games.
I think they're
like
called
arcade games. An arcade. We went to an arcade with all these old games in it, and it was pretty cool because I was like, I played that when I was like 19 years old. An arcade. Thank you, Swamp. A gay store? No, we didn't go to any gay stores.
I don't know what kind of.
But I'm gonna tell you what, they still have a lot of damn porn shops down there. I'm like, somebody needs to tell these people to get the internet; they can get it for free.
I like happy stores.
Yeah, it was a warehouse size. It was huge.
Okay,
it
so
was huge.
Porn shop.
Morning, Harry. Morning, Cindy. For eBay, so one on vacation mode.
Yeah, it was like a Dave and Buster's twice as big, or at least twice as big as the one here in Charlotte.
Cindy, last July we went to Europe for a couple of weeks, and yeah, you can put it on time away and extend your handling time and stuff, but yeah, it hurt my sales really badly in July. I mean, it's fine to do it.
I suppose if you do drafts and then just drop so many a day, I don't do it. But I do shorten up my, like if I go away, I'll shorten up my time away. Like let's say at the beginning, I say it's 5 days handling. Then as I leave or leaving, I shorten it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably so, Mike. I figured they have all those little video booths back there.
Yeah, I had when we went to Europe. I put my store on 14-day handling. I left the store open, and I didn't sell much then. And it took about 2 weeks to recover after I got back.
Well, you gotta go have some fun though. So.
That's true. I mean, the trade-off is.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do. So I did sell a few things while we were gone, but yeah, it tanked pretty hard for the 2 weeks we were gone, and then the 2 weeks after. So about 4 weeks of bad sales. But this trip, I've got 2-day handling anyway, so that's fine. If I get everything out today that sold Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'm good.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 business days, so it had, most of this rally was on the weekend. So.
Right.
Well, I suppose if you do drafts, and you have your draft bank, then you can drop so many. I don't do drafts. If I go through a listing, I just make it live. But that's me, and I'm not saying I'm right.
This was the badge we got.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah,
I mean,
Ray told me he spent over $1,000 on those. I said,
they
"Dang, this rally was expensive for y'all's, huh?" He said, "Yeah." I think he went. I gave him some cash at our last meal after church. I said, "Yeah, I just want you to have some because I know you went in the hole on this." I said, "You don't have to do that." But it was so much fun and good. He said we may have to think about it being just totally free next year. 'Cause I don't think that would deter anybody from coming.
I'm
Well, I
sorry.
suppose they're handing out swag and name badge lanyards like that and stuff like that. I mean, they did incur costs.
Yeah, Kristen, the rural squirrel, she bought the lanyards to go with the badges, but she's got her logo all over that lanyard.
Yeah.
She's one of the ones I didn't get to talk to very much. You know, there's just so many people there. You just couldn't talk to everybody.
And Sue showed up. Nobody was expecting Sue to show up.
Oh, from
I'll be
And
right back.
okay, we were standing there, and this little woman walked up to us, and I said, into my mind, I said, "That's Sue." So she waited. She waited. She decided at the last minute she was coming, and I'm glad she did because she was a lot of fun. And we
Mhm.
went to a really amazing restaurant. I thought it was amazing. It was family style, you know, real food,
Mhm.
chicken and
Was it
meatloaf.
Cracker?
And
Was it Cracker Barrel?
no, it wasn't Cracker Barrel.
Okay, just checking. They're family style. They got
Which
meatloaf
there
and
was a Cracker Barrel across the interstate from us, but
stuff.
I didn't go because I'm just a good old person. Where was that thing? Not yours. Let's go there. What's it called? Do, 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 do. Monels. Monels.
Mm.
If you're in Nashville, check it out because it's all you can eat, family style. They had all kinds of vegetables and cornbread and some good good banana pudding. It was a lovely dining experience. Yeah, you share the big bowls of food. It was family style. It was good. Yeah, it was great to see Sue's too.
How's Sue doing?
She's doing seems to be doing okay right now.
Well, that's good.
I think she had a kind of a scare a little while back, and but she's working part time for her former employee because they couldn't get decent help, from what I
Mm.
hear. But this place also has breakfast too, so it'd be a country breakfast. So just saying,
So you're gonna go back to it next year, Tom?
I probably will, and I'm gonna get Roberta to go, and I will drive.
Or you're gonna drive? You think?
Yeah, this year I didn't drive because they're doing all that work on I-40. But Chastity said it's it didn't really hold her up very much. I think coming back it kind of got dodgy on her. But
I was out
they,
there probably like 2 or 3 weeks after all that hurricane hit up there and stuff, and I was like within like 35 miles when they said I-40 was closed. But I thought they were already working on it pretty good and getting it open.
yeah,
I don't know where, on the washout areas.
There's Harlan. I said this yesterday. I'm going to say it again. Harlan must be sitting on a big fat bank account. Because the woman his girlfriend is too pretty to be with somebody like Harlan.
Oh boy.
I say that with love, Harlan. We tried to get him to go ahead and go buy her a big old diamond while he was out there, but he wouldn't. No, I didn't start feeling bad until started getting off the plane. And like it wasn't like people were holding the food right in their face. Harlan's a good old bloke. He really is. He's a lot of fun. And Marcia is really nice too. She's a really nice lady. And we met Joni briefly because she wasn't feeling well. She's really nice too. Jennifer and Jenny and I don't remember. There were so many people there.
Okay, Gwen made breakfast. So I'm going to be munching.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and say it, Lag. Go ahead and say it. Did she make you pancakes? Harlan came in since you were gone. But it was a lot of fun meeting everybody face to face.
Yeah.
I was walking. Our hotel was across the street from Jake's hotel, and they had a bigger lobby. It was a Holiday Inn Express. So everybody was and that's where the majority of people were staying at. So from our hotel, we'd walk across the street to it. And I walked by this red Ford four-wheel drive pickup truck, or it looked like it had four-wheel drive, with Alabama tags on it. And I saw Scott, and I said, Scott, you didn't drive your truck, did you? He said, no, that's my van over there. Anyway, it was Harlan's. Later on, I walked past it, and he had the back of that thing full. He's getting his money's worth out of that drive out there.
Well, I don't think it's too far a drive from them by Huntsville. Isn't it only like an hour?
No, it's like an hour, I think.
Yeah.
I think they were saying 2 hours.
Was it?
But still.
Because they were going up to the flea market like once a month or whenever it is.
Yeah. And I think, Chastity, did you say it was like 6 hours from Podunk, South Carolina? I know where she's from. I just didn't want to say it. Oh, we'll fix your anxiety, Anissa.
Bye, Paul.
Buddy, that's too much stress. I'm meeting these people.
Bye, Paul. Yeah, we'll get you taken care of. Bring Mr. Trader with you. Oh wow.
Chastity had a 6-hour drive.
Yeah. So it'd have been about 8 hours for us. For me.
Well, Tennessee is long. It's going side to side.
It's the longest freaking state.
Even from Nashville, I'm assuming over to the Carolina state line is a pretty good drive.
Yes, I did, Anissa. So did Todd. Yeah, I know you're socially awkward. It was about $100 a day for me, Anissa, because I had to Uber. I Ubered from the house to the airport there. Then when I finally got to Nashville, I Ubered from it to the hotel there, and then reversed that on the way back. Because I hate our airport.
Somebody at Uber got to retire because Tom used it so much.
Oh, damn, Vanessa. Have you not seen this crowd?
Yeah, right. Drive across Texas if you think Tennessee's long.
Yeah. I mean,
West Texas is boring to drive through.
Uh,
You know, there's
but if
just
you're
like nothing.
if you're passing through Tennessee and you're in South Carolina or North Carolina and you're headed towards Kansas, that's a long stretch of nothing through there.
Okay, well, Kansas ain't exactly a super exciting state.
Yeah, so there was
I'm just talking about you get on I-40. You get on I-40 and it goes on forever and ever and ever. I mean, 2.5 hours you can be to the other. It don't matter where you're in South Carolina. 2.5 hours you can just about be to the other side. Let's say 3 hours. You're to the other side.
Hi, Ron.
And stuff. Some of it's kind of interesting landscape to go and drive through.
Bye, Ron. Be good. But yeah, oh Lord, talk guns and tractors. You think that we're a bunch of daggum rich muckety mucks. That's only
You have to be
time.
rich to have guns and tractors. I see a lot of references with both of those.
Life. And I wasn't going to go this year, but Todd talked me into it.
Oh,
No, I didn't.
good old Todd.
Actually, I think, hey, Jeanette. Cool.
Well, that's a long drive, San Diego to Louisville.
I think Scott beat us down and we agreed to go. I said, if Todd goes, I'll go. And Todd said, I'll go if Tom goes. So we ended up
You
going.
didn't get Mr. Sadie to go, did you? You didn't beat him?
No.
Down.
God, that would have been a good time.
I thought maybe you'd talk him into it.
We would have got him jacked up on
Michelob Ultra.
Michelob Ultras.
Wild Nashville night, drunk on Michelob Ultra because he likes to watch his waistline.
That's what Tommy drinks in that movie, that TV
he does,
show.
Landman? Yeah, he does drink Michelob. I like.
Yeah,
Michelob
he does because he's an
alcohol.
He's a
because he doesn't drink. Yeah,
yeah.
He doesn't drink, so he drinks.
Somebody says, "Why do you drink that stuff?" He goes, "Because I don't drink."
He said, "This is not real drinking."
I like when he cuts the tip of his finger off the emergency room for the doctor.
Yeah.
Doctor's like, we're gonna have to do surgery and fix that. No, you're not. He takes out his dirty pocket knife and cuts off the tip. And then the doctor just looks and goes, okay, you're gonna probably die of infection.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. Jake was playing Hoke. What show, Anissa? Oh, Landman. I think they're making the new season. How far are y'all from Nashville, Anissa?
She's up in Pennsylvania, isn't she?
Yeah, but that doesn't tell me anything. I was eating breakfast, and old people have to talk to each other in the hotel, and there was a church group that was headed to the Ark.
From Nashville?
From Nashville. They were from...
Honestly, I want to go to that.
And they were going someplace else too, but that was their main focus was getting to the Ark.
That's a bit north of me. That's like probably a little over 2 hours from where I live.
Map Quest.
Well, Jassy said 10-hour drive for Nissa.
Yeah, that group. Sunday morning, I was waiting for Ray to pick me up to go to the reseller rally church, and that group was in the breakfast room having church in there.
Was there a bus sitting out front? Probably the same group.
Yeah. There's quite a contrast in church services because that old group was like every one of them had to be older than me, and they sang Amazing Grace and did some prayers and a message and stuff. And then we went to Ray's church, and it was like rock and roll heaven, you know. It was like, it was all those praise songs, you know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Cha-ching. Who got that?
I think it was us.
It was us.
Yeah.
It kind of scared me.
Yeah, that's old, like I said.
It's like the first time.
Yeah, about 10 hours.
Alone.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Anissa, I'm going to tell you this, and I know that Jim is going to fall out.
Jim's going to fall
But
out.
for 10 hours, just drive 5 hours, stay the night, get up, go over to go over.
Oh my God, we're talking about driving to
House.
Wisconsin this weekend. It takes us like 12 or 13, and we just drive straight through town. Drive 5 hours. What? Eat at Cracker Barrel, sleep for the night, and then drive.
No friggin' Cracker Barrel.
Yep, that's what you do.
You
I ain't
never
driving
be
that
able to
long.
handle driving
We'll
with
hit
Jim.
the KFC's at closing time and hit the dumpster.
He won't let you eat. You don't even let me eat. You can get something in the gas station like chips or whatever, but he could take you to no restaurant or fast food. One time we went through McDonald's because Brandon was whining, and he sat there and bitched because it took forever, and they messed up the order. And I think that might have been in Tennessee. Remember, they had that weird drive-through. It was kind of like real long, like in a U shape.
Just grab a handful of Lunchables and a 12-pack of Mountain Dew.
God.
Well, you allowed that, Tara. You allowed it. You allowed him to dominate and control you.
Tom, I'll put you in a car with him, and you can try to sit and argue with him. He don't listen unless he has to go to the bathroom.
If we're going on a long trip, it's not democracy.
No, but Tara reach over there and slap you one time and tell you to pull over.
He don't drive. When I'm in the car with him, I drive because I like to be in control.
Well, you ought to just pull your ass over to a damn restaurant and take the keys and say, "Let's go, buddy."
He'll sit in the car.
Eat.
He won't come in. He would sit in the car.
Let him sit. Let him sit.
Cracker Barrel, I would definitely sit in the car.
Oh my God! You'll never guess where I ate. You'll never guess where I ate. I forgot to tell you this about 3 weeks ago or a month ago. One of those Falzolis.
Oh yeah. That place.
What are those? What?
Well, you know those Falzolis?
It tastes like
Falzolis or whatever they call it.
Like salty tomato.
It wasn't bad. Honestly, I ate it. It thought it was like fast food. They brought it to your table.
That is a polar opposite of Italian food. I mean, it's so far they're not even in the same universe.
Oh my God, yeah. Awful. Well, Brandon drove himself to school today. Jameis Falzoli sucks. Yeah, anyway, his first wife used to like to eat that all the time.
I had a Sicilian mother. She could cook Italian. Fazoli's ain't even nothing like it. I mean, it's bad. Just pick your worst Chinese buffet and say, okay, this is what all Chinese food tastes like. You'd never eat Chinese again.
Yeah, Brandon is driving, and he's totally taken over one of my cars. So now I got to get another car so I have something to drive because he gripes at me.
when he's all pouty, he starts getting pissy about everything. You know, like when your spouse is in a bad mood, they're pissy about everything. That's what he is. You can't. He's unbearable to be around.
He's a teenager.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
did
like
you say your mother was Sicilian?
Yeah.
My mother was, yeah.
I mean, she was born
Picture
in the
this:
US.
Sicily, 1945. Sorry.
Is that a video game?
No, it's from Golden Girls.
Oh.
The mother
She
on
wasn't
there. She
born
was
there.
from.
And she's all, honestly, to be the truth, she'd only be half Sicilian because her dad was Sicilian, but her mom is
My grandfather
Hungarian.
was born there.
Yeah, but your mother's half Sicilian. Her mother was Hungarian.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a on a map.
Okay.
I had neighbors that were from Italy. I mean, they were from Italy, and she would lose her mind if she found out I was opening a jar of spaghetti sauce to make, spaghetti, as she said.
Yeah, ragu.
Yeah, Jim was out. His mom always would like make her own sauce. And
I always
stuff.
made my own. I mean, I should start doing it.
Oh my God, yeah, because Jim one time, we might not have been married. He's making some sauce and he burnt it a little bit, and then they tried to blame me, and I'm like, well, how did I get blamed for this?
I told you to tell me when the timer went off on the stove.
Where were you?
Working on something. You had me on some
so
project.
it's my fault.
Hey, Jennifer.
I walk in the house, the beeper's going off. I'm like, what the F word? So I had to put like potatoes and stuff in there to get the burnt. I was able to salvage it, but not by much. It was probably my worst sauce I ever did, and I served like 200 people. It was bad.
Well, nobody likes potatoes and spaghetti sauce.
No, you take them out after you absorb the burnt taste.
The Italian couple had a key to my house, and I would come home and there would be food in the refrigerator where she had cooked, and I would say, "You don't need to cook for me," and her husband would just say, "Tommy, just shut up and eat the damn stuff and let her cook."
Like Chastity. She said she makes it from a jar. I do too. I take the ragu and I do this homemade thing where I mix it. I buy a jar of garden combination and a jar of Mama's Secret Garden sauce, and I mix it together, and that's my secret spaghetti sauce.
Ragu is like making tomato soup with ketchup and hot water. My mouth is watering just thinking.
You eat that spaghetti all the time and you don't complain.
It's the only spaghetti.
Well, I don't particularly care for spaghetti, though. I'm not Italian at all because I don't like pizza and I don't like spaghetti and I don't like lasagna.
What?
You don't like lasagna?
No.
What?
I don't like the red sauce.
Tom's weird.
So you don't like tomatoes?
I do like tomatoes, but I just don't like the red sauce.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I like I like shrimp scampi because it doesn't have sauce in it. It just has olive oil and
I don't like
spices. And I like the one that's got the white sauce. What's it called?
Alfredo.
Alfredo. I like Alfredo because it doesn't have the red sauce.
This is gonna kill you, Tom, because I like Alfredo too, but I put some red sauce in. I like to put just a dab of red sauce in my Alfredo.
That's like pouring Bud Light into your Mick Ultra. I mean, really. Oh, Lord have mercy.
The only thing you can pour in a Bud Light to make it worse than Bud Light is urine.
I swear.
That was before that lady man or whatever. That before any of that.
Yeah, he never liked Bud Light.
I used to serve it at the bar, and I'd look at people like, I wouldn't say nothing. I'm like, how can you drink that? Your mouth. You set down the bottle, your mouth instantly tastes like sour milk. I mean, it's just bad, awful beer. I don't know how the hell. And I love Budweiser. I like Michelob too. I mean, Budweiser beer, I could drink. I mean, it'll make you'll put on 20 pounds, but I mean, I could throw back Budweiser, no problem. But that Bud Light just is not good. I like ski for soda, but sugar-free ski is horrible.
I swear, every time I turned around Friday night, somebody was handing me a beer.
Oh, did they get you drunk?
I think so. Todd started off with Bud Lights. I mean, not Bud Lights.
No, Todd's a Bud Light.
Ultras.
Jim just shit
And then people just kept. Chris started sticking beers in my hand. You know what, Nissa, you got to lighten up about these calories. Oh, and Nissa, do you like lemon flavored pastries, or even sort of kind of simulated pastries? If you do, you need to go to your local grocery store and get you so Little Debbie Mother's Day cakes. They're tasty. Chastity, I saw you popping the bottle out of that daggum Bud Light can. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, God. You know, Chastity, you can get on the road and some dumbass kill you about as fast as you're going to kill over from a daggum Little Debbie's cake. Because I'm going to tell you what, there are some idiots. I thought Charlotte was bad. Nashville has a few too.
What do you got?
I know, Chastity. I was kidding. I was just kidding.
Oh.
All right. I got to get out of here, Todd.
Oh.
I'm going to pass my designated time. Let's see, tomorrow, Scott's show. Then Scott's doing a whatnot. Then Jake's doing a whatnot after Scott's show.
That's crazy.
I can't find nothing else.
So y'all put that on your schedule.
I suppose we put it on for $20 and see if something.
Google image this
I
part.
tried.
Do what? What's going on?
Nothing.
Do what?
What did you say about Scott?
I said tomorrow Scott's doing his show. Tomorrow is Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Scott's doing his show. Then he's doing a whatnot show directly after his show. And then Jake is doing a whatnot after Scott's show.
During the morning, he's gonna mid morning. He's gonna do a whatnot, or at night.
No, in the morning after his show.
Oh.
Major Win, y'all need to plan on going next year.
Oh man, yeah, they really broke this bad.
That would be just too much fun.
That's why I wonder.
That's it. I'm fluffy, Anissa. I'm not fat.
Maybe.
I'm fluffy. Anyway, I got to go, Todrick.
Yeah, it's time to shut this puppy down. Thank you, everybody, for showing up and hearing the stories of the Nashville Reseller Rally. And we'll see y'all on Scott's show tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
And eventually...
Well, you're not paying attention, Scott.
No, I wasn't, Tom. But you said it, so I had to say it too.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, eventually I'll do a video of the garage sale, and we had a big time.
Oh my God.
And you'll get to witness some of it. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.